And Salam Alaikum, this is video 5. Okay, as we were saying, so it's not hard to do, but we do have to do it, right? We do have to make the initiative to do it. And could have been done a long time ago if we were looking at it from, a certain perspective, right? Now, or better yet, now is the time. We're living in the day and time where we have the technology to understand this spiritual, the process by which we are to become spiritually awakened, because we have all the means within our physical body to do so, right? Our bodies to do so, right? Okay. Oh, and then, did we say? Oh, yeah, we talked about that. The GMOs, right? Okay, so intercourse above the belt leaves no negative pollution, right, to any of the body, no damage to any of the bodies, right? The antenna remains clean, the frequency remains high, okay, to get to that oil, right, and holding on to the key, right, okay, yeah, and speaking the kindness, right, from the throat chakra, right, the vibrations come through the voice from the mouth, right, yeah. Okay, to open that crown chakra, right? To get up in that crown chakra. Okay, it leaves no subtraction. Okay, no intergalactic debris to form around the aura, right? By means, of which would be a means by which to attract. Okay, because remember, the law of attraction is a law of physics, right? A law of, what's that? Quantum mechanics. Okay, is it quantum mechanics? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, so it's a law, the law of attraction, the law of frequent attractions, right? Try to put it a better way. Okay, I'm almost done. Alhamdulillah. Okay, for quantum mechanics. So it would be the law. That would be, an aspect of the law of attraction, right? Where like attracts like, right? Yeah. So if you got a high frequency, you're going to attract a person, of similar frequency, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, it doesn't leave behind such negative spiritual debris. By which, even if a person got too much spiritual debris around their antenna or their signal, sometimes they say they hate themselves. They don't like themselves, okay, because there's an aspect of them they don't like, okay? Spiritual debris, okay? And spiritual debris is toxic, okay? And it can become so abundant, okay? It keeps one grounded, okay? And too grounded to ascend, right, to the crown chakra, whereby they connect to become an induction occurs, okay, external wavelengths, okay, to obtain that dual consciousness, whereby the spiritual mind is open and it's applied physically, right? Okay, it has a physical application, right? Okay, for the greater good of all. Okay, one's gifts, one's inherent gifts, understandings, or physical abilities naturally, okay, is applied, amplified for the greater good. Okay, now, okay, so, okay, now. And that's what they do with getting in for doing the some will call it light work, right? Within self. Okay. And once they ascend within themselves, they become ascended master, and they began to teach the process by which one ascends. Okay? Now, so, and then what? They ascend through the oblong gate, the oblongata, right? Or the Abdullah oblongata, okay? And that is past the vertebrae and the neck and all that. Because it's a spiritual, I mean, it's a physical process too. It's not just a spiritual process. It's a physical process first. Then induction occurs from the universe. And the induction, because now their walls have come down, their antenna is pure, no pollution around it, right? So now they attract the waves. It's something they can't stop. You see what I'm saying? They can't stop it. They can't control it. It happens by itself. It happens naturally because it's pure. It's high enough. Now they're picking up signals, right? And okay, now, okay. And that's when they ascend, right? Past the medulla, and that's on the brainstem, right? Okay, but they call that the golden gate, right? Because it's the oil, right? And also the golden gate to heaven, right? Heaven's gate. And it's considered to be, as we said, the golden gate, the medulla oblongata. And if you understand medulla, which is Allah's name in medulla, okay? Like Abdullah is a servant of Allah, okay? The medulla, okay, or the brainstem, that would be like the gate, protecting from behind, from which the garden is located, okay? And the garden being in heaven in the pineal gland, right? Okay. Okay, and we said the heavenly golden goose, where the heavenly golden goose is, okay? The golden oil, right? Okay. In the crown chakra. So like medulla, the keeper of the holy golden sea, okay, we shall all learn to, what did I say? To speak multiple languages, okay, and that would be understanding or decoding all those wavelengths. Because now once the pineal gland is open, it can attract all those waves, right? And now, so once they get to that level of ascension, right, they would be able to decode, okay, all those signals that are flooding in, right, from the emotion, because they're going to get external waves that are programmed emotion, right, and physical waves, or waves that come from the physical body, right, that are transmitted from the physical body by way of what? The aura, right, from others, right? And from other waves that the person doesn't even see, right? Because they receive transmissions are from everything being energy, everything is transmitting energy, right? So they're going to be picking up those waves and decoding them, right? And then decoding them through, decoding will be channeling it through subject matter that they learn as a nerd, right? As a nerd in school, right? So now we have the physical mind and the spiritual mind coming together. Okay, and that would be above the belt and below the belt consciousness coming together. Okay, for the greater good of the all, the external, right? The external world, right? Not internal. And that's why man was created to do Allah, God's will, rather than his own egocentric will, right? Okay. Okay, for the greater good of all, right? Okay, now, so, he's keeper of the golden sea, speak the multiple languages through the waves, right? By decoding the waves, right? The waves of energy, in whatever form they come, right? Because they're going to come in what? Either fire, water, air, or what? Or the physical matter, right? Physical energy. But it's all energy nonetheless, right? And so that's his cardinal world, right? And that's what his cardinal world is comprised of, right? And so if those are the elements of his cardinal world, right? And so, and that's the physical elements of his being, of his bodies, right? Together as one, right? Okay. Now, okay, so it says, okay, the more people we are able to communicate with, the more multiple dimensions we are able to understand, not to relate to. Okay, we actually have the support. What does that say? During, okay, what does it say? Okay, let me see. Okay, so the more we're able to act in multiple, we are able to act in multiple dimensions, right? Or to communicate in multiple dimensions, right? Of reality. That is, we're able to diversify, okay? Our understanding as it relates through magnetic wavelengths, okay? Yeah. Okay, or as it relates to its electromagnetic transmission, okay? We feel the energy, right? We hear the energy vibrating, okay, as sound, okay? We feel it, okay, in our emotions, in our heart, on our skin, okay? We feel it. We decode it emotionally, right? So we like I said, we decode the intel, okay, and okay. So, and we actually have what did it say? The greater, the greater our electromagnetic entanglement, the easier and more exciting intercourse becomes, okay? Living above the belt, or loving above the belt, okay? Be careful of the cord. Careful. We got a little disruption.
I got you.
Alright. Okay. Back to business. Okay. So loving intercourse from above the belt enables one to transcend, to surpass the cardinal excitement, okay, that invites the signal or the frequency to fall below the belt, okay. We begin to understand that which, or we begin to decode that intel that invites us or excites our fire, our water, or our air, or our physical body, right? We're able to determine, do we want to respond, or how we want to respond, or if we should want to respond, excite, okay, what we want to invest, okay, of our attention, okay, or how we want to give our attention, okay, and how we want to intercourse with it, okay. So we begin to discriminate, okay. Okay. So that's what I said. Loving above the belt allows us to surpass or transcend, and that's what transcendentalism is about. Surpassing cardinal excitement for the greater good of life. You know, our ecosystem. That invites the signal to fall below the belt. Offerings that invite weak, dim, low firepower frequencies, and discriminate between that which motivates us to love, us to excitement for stimulation. Okay? And as we said, the best is the pure stimulation. It is empirical. It is, okay? It is, and it exists independently or independent of physical intercourse, although it can certainly induce such a desire, right? For such an experience, one can see transcendentalism is existentially executed. So again, when I think of love, I think in terms of in thermal energy, I think in terms of hertz, voltage, and watts, as they are amplified frequencies, okay? On the electromagnetic scale of wavelengths, okay? And the intensity of its power, or to excite, okay? And the most powerful of all is the Most High, right? Allah, God. I think of enhanced pleasure internally and externally. I think of intercourse between the masculine and feminine universal energies. And okay, and as it flows, right? Okay, now let me see what else is here. Okay, so I think of the power, the quality, the value, and the cost of the experience from such intercourse and excitement. I think of the light and the dark of the frequency, the high and the low of the, the light and the dark of the spectrum, okay? I think of the aura, okay, the Merkaba. I think of that little light of mine and how I want to let it shine, right? And that is well to me. Okay? So, I enjoyed that conversation. I hope you did as well. Now, Salam alaikum. Yeah. Happy Sagittarius new moon. And we are on our way to the golden gates of the Oblongata, right? To ascend to the crown chakra. And we are going to monitor, okay, any motivation to excitement, okay? Because as we said, the greatest excitement is that which stimulates from above the belt, okay? In all aspects, okay? So, salam alaikum, and salam alaikum.